on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. I already talked about the Texans' breakout stars. I think there's 5 guys that could be potential breakout stars. If you missed the video, then what you're doing, man, you might as well subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, easiest smash of your life. Hit that like button. Go down in the comment section. Let me know. We're not talking about breakout players. We're talking about who we think are the Texans' underrated players going into 2024. Someone that's not being talked about. Someone that you think is going to make an impact that, again, nobody is talking about. I got a few guys that I think fit this criteria, and we're going to move into it right now. With that being said, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. You're trying to get there before the NFL season starts. Hell, we could try to get there before training camp starts. That is about a month away. So that would be exciting to get about 2,000 subscribers, almost 1,500 actually. That would be fun. So without further ado, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Share it amongst your friends, family, neighbors. Who cares? Dogs, cats. Make them a damn Google account. Have them subscribe to the channel. I'm healthy for everybody. It's just the facts. Those are just the facts. Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right, that's just how it works. With that being said, the Houston Texans got some players on this team that I think are extremely underrated and not getting enough love. One of the first guys I'm going to talk about is Khil Davis. I believe Khil Davis is one of the most underrated players that a lot of fans have forgot about when they talk about the interior defensive line. Yes, they signed Tim Settle. They signed Foley Fatukasi. They signed numerous guys amongst the defensive line interior presence. And the 2 guys they kept, obviously, they're still on this team, Kurt Heinisch, who I don't talk about, and Khil Davis. Khil Davis, ladies and gentlemen, was with the UFL and splashed for the Houston Texans in preseason. Fans were going, you know what? This guy deserves to be on the roster. Even myself was going, man, wow, Khil Davis looks different. You could tell someone looks a little different when they're competing for a roster spot, and then the talent just looks like they're better than everyone else on the field. Khil Davis showed glimpses of that for you in preseason. The Houston Texans actually ended up not letting go Khil Davis, brought him back. Ever since they brought him back, Khil Davis said, you know what, in for a penny, in for a pound. And Khil Davis did his thing for the Houston Texans last year. And given opportunities, he took the most advantage there was for him. And I really believe that Khil Davis could be an underrated player for this Houston Texans team. You give him a second year with DeMeco Ryans and what they did last year, and it could be a fabulous match made in heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, Khil Davis could be a really good defensive tackle for you that nobody is talking about amongst fans, amongst local media. I don't hear Khil Davis's name being brought up enough. It needs to be brought up. The man deserves his flowers. He played hell of a ball last year for you. Let's continue on with the list. One of the guys that I think is underrated and is getting some talk, but I think could be an underrated player for the Houston Texans, is left guard Kenyan Green. There's a lot of flack. There is a lot of hate when it comes to Kenyan Green that I think is unfair. Kenyan Green, his rookie year, he went through the ringer in interior defensive lineman, some of the best in the game. He was tasked to block as a rookie, and it just didn't work for him. All right, it was not pretty. Okay, but there was times his rookie year where, damn it, he looked really good, especially in the run game. That is his forte. We've seen him lose weight going into year 2, struggled preseason, decent, injury, didn't see him the rest of the year. Year 3, though, ladies and gentlemen, has lost the weight, gained muscle, and is not being talked about just amongst local media members and local content creators, but he is being talked about by DeMeco Ryans, and I am going to hold that opinion a little bit higher, and that is no disrespect to any of the media members, but it definitely feels good when your head coach recognizes it to a very high extent. You got Nick Casario on Sports Radio 610 mentioning that Kenyan Green went this offseason and worked out with Ndamukong Suh. Yes, one of the dirtiest players in the game, and went out and worked out with him all the way in Oregon. Think about Kenyan Green in his life. He really has never left Texas. Hell, he was in Houston for his whole life, basically. I mean, he was up there in the Tascasita, the Eagles, playing, I believe, center for them. He was fantastic, right? Goes to A&M, stays in Texas. He's been in Texas and Houston his whole career, his whole life, it feels like. Sometimes you got to get uncomfortable to get the best result, and I'm hoping that's what it is with Kenyan Green working out with Ndamukong Suh. And man, we saw him working out on the beach. Check out that short. I posted it on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and check it down below. I'm definitely going to have that tagged on here in the description. He looked really good, man. I think this is someone that is underrated, that fans have thrown too much crap on. Kenyan Green deserves a year. Let's wait it out before anybody jumps to conclusions. I think Kenyan Green is a very underrated player for this Houston Texans team. Another underrated player that fans are ecstatic about. They are happy when I mention the name, John Metchie. Everyone wants John Metchie to work out. Everybody. You are not a good human being if you don't want that man to work out. That dude has gone through the ringer. He has gone through injuries. He has gone through cancer, cancer, by the way, and he has overcame all of that to come into what? This is year 3 of John Metchie now? Man, what he has looked like this offseason, what his local media members and D'Amico Ryans have raved about John Metchie's quickness, about his speed, how he looks faster than before. This is fun. This is great to see. We've seen him in the offseason working out with CJ Stroud and many of the other wide receivers. We've seen him look extremely good at OTAs in minicamp, and this is just adding another layer of explosiveness to this team. I'm not saying John Metchie is going to break out and have 800 receiving yards. No, that's not going to happen, considering the three you got, the trio you got, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, and Tank Dell. The ball can only go so many ways, but John Metchie could have 300 to 400 receiving yards. I have no problem with it. And I am guarantee that we see a crane celebration from John Metchie. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say it again. I am guaranteeing that we see the crane celly from John Metchie in that end zone. I am going to be ecstatic. Texans fans are going to be ecstatic. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting chills thinking about what that moment is going to be like for him, because it's going to be amazing. I don't know how he could keep his emotions. It's going to be so cool to see a John Metchie touchdown from CJ Stroud to Metchie. Maybe week 1 against the Colts. Let's call our shot, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe not that soon, but I definitely believe that you will see a crane celly at some point this year. I think you see 3 of them. I'm giving them 3 tutties. I think that's what's going to happen. John Metchie needs to be talked about more amongst the fans. I love that they're talking about him. Keep talking about him. Keep throwing him some flowers. The hype feels real surrounding John Metchie, who was not long ago supposed to be a first-round pick at wide receiver. All right? So him, Diggs, Collins, Tank Dell. What else do you need? What else do you need? You got Dalton Schultz, you got Joe Mixon, you got CJ Stroud, you got Bobby Slow, you got D'Amico Ryans, you got a strong defense. Damn it, the Houston Texans got some underrated players that need more attention. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.